Some might remember the beef between Ghetts and Lowkey. How did it start? Well, MTV created a list of the best UK MCs of 2010. The list was voted for by a panel of industry experts, with some of the debate and discussion recorded and released.
First line, second line, third line. Come on, keep the vibe going. When you hear the full bar, shout out.
But I think he got his heat from clashing Ghetts,
Yes.
which he lost.
Yep.
Like the majority of people that I've spoke to,
That's debatable.
I don't know about that. I think he lost. Personally, like me, I think he lost.
How do you feel? I think even people who didn't know about grime, like from an external point of view, that brought more attention to not just them two, but the more of a grime scene, and that there were, you know, ongoing battles. Like that wasn't a known thing before that.
And MTV's #1 UK MC of 2010 is Tiny Temper.
After the discussion was released and the top 10 announced, some artists were not happy they were left out of the list. No one was more upset about the list than Ghetts. Ghetts failed to make the top 10 altogether, so he decided to speak his truth in the way he does best, through music. He dropped a response to the MTV list titled "Who's on the Panel?", where he questioned those on the panel and took shots at a couple of artists on the list.
If you're talking top 10 MCs and I ain't mentioned, it's outrageous. I was like, who's on the panel? And everyone said familiar faces. Logan, Hattie Collins, Chantel Fiddy. I don't rate them. Old tank Charlie Sloth, cause I heard he was repping this thing like a patron. And I like Pro Green. But when I paid for his album, 2 words, say like robbery. Low-key, must have had someone on the inside. Yeah, that's it, obviously. Low-key train with chip. Madness. Pro Green before Devlin. Crazy.
One of the artists he dissed was Lowkey. Lowkey heard Ghetts diss and responded with a diss track called Top 1 Selected, where he spits over the instrumental to Ghetts' Top 3 Selected.
Jerks wanna tempt me to burn in the MC. I strike back when I feel the world is against me. A more crucial MC than usual, never needed MTV's approval. I'm the hardest to hit back, as sharp as a pickaxe. Quick snap an artist in half like a Kit Kat. This crap wanna diss track with a diss track. In fact, make ribs crack on impact. The top team charted, they want me starving. Never would I side with Lockheed Martin. Don't text my phone trying to cop plea bargains. Shoulda, coulda, woulda, never got me started. Did the silly Billy really want it with me, really? Kill a Milli Vanilli for hollering I'm busy. Top 3 selected, yeah, you was hot then. But what now when you can't make top 10? Let me rest for a moment. Never heard my tunes on Westwood or Logan. Never could rely on the press for promotion. I'm destined to blow when they sense it's an omen. Shaking my head like, look at this layer. Should've retired, I put him in fire. Spit a million bars and wouldn't get tired. 10 is an insult, I should've been higher. And the tie was an insult, K-Lash my name off. Isn't a single spitter in Britain I'm afraid of. Wanna trade shots, I will take off your brain box. Not the same cause I'm trained to dodge range. Twitter, I shit a shit at the analyst. Me, I got 5 words, I am not having it. If you really want results that are unanimous, let's have a list where the people are panelists. Some of these heads debate and underestimate, but none contest the greatest one regret to make. Look at the facts, it's such a mess you made, cause you done something dumb with yesterday. Don't wanna hear my name when an MC speaks. Don't need to get airplay every week, so keep your top 10 and just let me be, cause I walk with the people, not MTV.
Don't get it twisted. I didn't make this track to prove Ghetts wrong, cause he was right. He is one of the best MCs that this country has ever seen. But I did this track to prove myself, cause so am I.
The diss was more of a lyrical demonstration, with a few lines aimed at Ghetts. Ghetts did not provide a response, which surprised fans. He did, however, have a few things to say about Lowkey over Ustream.
I saw on your video with Devlin about the MTV top UK MCs list, and you seemed pretty unhappy that Lowkey was in it. You created a song and a video expressing it. You even said, correct me if I'm wrong, that you think you had someone on the inside via Twitter. Do you feel that you may have over-exaggerated this, or did you generally think that was the truth?
No, man, I just feel like obviously it can't be. People say it's based on, the top 10 was based on sales and all of that. The P Money, D Double and Lowkey, they don't really, like, you know what I'm saying? They've not really sold more than Ghetts in it, truth be told. Everyone knows that, you get me, so then it can't be based on that. But I feel like people blow things out of proportion in England. Like you see me, I actually say what I want. I actually don't care, you get me? So if I say something, people should know. But they want to see something so much, they want it to be a problem so much that they blow it out of proportion. Me and Lowkey spoke the same night. We was busting joke on the phone. Normal, it's normal, innit? It is what it is, innit?
Yeah,
people got to understand that music is the same as a sport. When Usain Bolt says he's going to win a race, no one won't complain.
Yeah.
It's the sport, innit? And when I say I'm the best, I don't expect no one to complain, innit?
Speaking about Ghetts, that wasn't necessarily between you and him, that problem. That was something to do with MTV.
I think it was kind of instigated to a certain extent by MTV, as far as they put me in that chart tied with Chipmunk to try and cause more friction on a situation that really, to me, as far as I'm concerned, is dead. I don't wish him any, and I never did actually wish him anything negative. Ghetts then made the song and then put in that I must have someone on the inside, and then to me, I'm taking that like, really, you must not know much about what I do, because it's quite the opposite. I don't have any support from these institutions. They literally try and black out my name.
Do you know what the truth is, yeah? All you low-key fans, yeah, you're meant to be the most positive people in the world. What would your guys say about you right now? You should be ashamed of yourself. You're meant to be bare positive, man. What's wrong with you lot, man? You lot are meant to be outside Parliament or something. What the fuck, man? Oh, shit. No, I'm not scared of no one. Are you sick? Do you think I'm scared of anyone? Do you know who I've warred in the... You see, war, let me tell you about battling, yeah? Do you know who I have to war, who I have to swing with on tracks and that? And you're telling me about low-key? Are you fucking dumb? Like, do your research who I've warred with in my past. Are you sick? Scared? Are you dumb? Ah, fuck off. We don't take a week to send back. We do it in a day and forget about it. In a week, we'll have 5 done. Normal work.
Not everyone that MCs about MCing.
What's fucking wrong with you?
Spitting about spitting.
We spit about spitting, we spit about living, spit about drugs and spit about women.
You spit about Ghetts when I'm winning.
They want to spit about Palestine. I don't live there, so I spit about Britain.
In this clip, Ghetts mocks Low-Key's fans and dismisses their claims that he's scared to reply. However, Ghetts never did make a response track addressing Low-Key's diss. Eventually, this saga died down. Years later, Ghetts addressed the Low-Key beef, explaining why he did not respond to Low-Key.
In all honesty, my Low-Key situation come from an ignorant place on my behalf, in terms of not knowing what my man represented. You know what I'm saying? And he phoned me and we had a conversation, normal conversation, no one, like, just real normal conversation about lyricism and whatnot. And then after I checked my man, I said, like, I like what my man represents. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, when I threw the shot and he threw the shot back, I didn't even want to send that. So when my man represents something like that, it come like an inspiration to me. I didn't even want to send that. Like, I'm the type of person that would aim back immediately, especially at that time. But what my man was representing, I was like, bro, man, this situation is coming back because you, man, was meant to talk. MTV, that list just had me in my feelings. So I just sent for anyone who I didn't know personally that was in that list. I'm about connecting, just like, if the energy's right. And Low-Key's one of them people, when I met, like, his energy was right. Certain people's energies are off, and I just think we're on a different side spiritually.
It seemed that Ghetts had a newfound respect for Low-Key during the beef and realised he was a credible artist, perhaps regretting initially disrespecting Low-Key and writing off his credentials. This respect he had for Low-Key and realising he was in the wrong meant Ghetts pushed his ego to the side by not responding back to Low-Key. In essence, it was 1-1 in that Ghetts disrespected Low-Key first and he simply responded, and despite it being a diss track, he clearly held back in terms of disses aimed at Ghetts and even gave Ghetts some respect in a diss. Through this beef, Ghetts showed that he was starting to mature and the transition from ghetto to Ghetts was clear to see.